Hi everybody, this is Sage Lewis from Web Marketing Watch. So do you bid on Google AdWords? Do you do paid search marketing on Google AdWords or Yahoo search marketing? Well, were you aware that AdWords had a blog? And if you weren't, you can check it out over here. It's at adwords.blogspot.com. Blogspot is actually a server for free blogs. A while ago, Google bought Blogger.com, and Blogspot is where you can host your blogs if you don't have a place to host them yourself. And so they put their AdWords blog on this site, and it gives you a lot of interesting information of what's going on inside AdWords. But just this week, an interesting post was put up that was titled "Meet the Click Quality Team." And this is the team that inside AdWords that researches any kind of click fraud. And I thought that this was an interesting addition to the blog, because we're seeing more and more in comments and articles about click fraud. We reviewed the Sausage Manifesto put out by Jeffrey Roars that asked these teams, these paid search teams, to look at click fraud a little bit closer. And so this, I think, is at least an interesting start. And so this is actually from Julian at the Click Quality Team, and Julian writes a bit about what his job is here, and but really kind of interestingly, he's put a few common concerns that people have when they feel that maybe there is click fraud going on, and he kind of addresses them in an interesting way. So here I've seen a huge fluctuation in my spend, traffic, or ROI, and his answer is kind of common sense. If you reviewed your account to see if you've made any changes, he does mention that the Google Content Network traffic can fluctuate, and so that can attribute it to it. And then he also says that you really need to be tracking conversions, and if you're not, there's no excuse for you not to, because Google has a free conversion tracking tool right in Google AdWords, and there's also Google Analytics, which is a free statistical analysis tool that actually blends very nicely with Google conversion in Google AdWords. So that really is something, if you're not doing, there's just no excuse at this point to not, because it's free. So then there are discrepancies in my web logs, and then Julian says here that if you feel that there is a discrepancy, that perhaps you are not seeing as many clicks in your logs, but you're getting charged, or it's showing more clicks in your Google AdWords, Julian recommends that you fill out an invalid clicks report, and that is seen over here. And I'll put the link to this in this post, but this is to contact the Click Quality Team, and you fill out this form. They ideally would like to see log files. They want to know if there are specific IP addresses that you feel are suspicious, and they'll look into it. And they say, Julian says that it typically takes between 3 to 5 days to look into this, but it is a great resource to use if you really feel that you have some legitimate fraud going on. So that's something to consider. Then finally, Julian has a common concern here. I have multiple clicks coming from the same IP address. And Julian says there's several reasons for this. First of all, a big example of this is AOL. AOL, all traffic comes from one main IP address. AOL is actually just an old bulletin board system. Everybody in AOL is funneled through Virginia and then out to the rest of the internet community, and so that's a possibility. And then goes on and shows some other things. Julian does recommend auto tagging, which is a tool that Google AdWords provides you that gives an individual tag per user, and it really helps clarify a lot of this. So that might be something to consider too, is to try their auto tagging tool. And then finally, Julian says, my competitors are clicking on my ads. They say, Julian says, that there are filters that recognize a lot of this, and so it automatically gets filtered out. But if you think that it's truly happening, again, fill out the invalid clicks report and they'll check it out. So, is this perfect? No, obviously not. But are they legitimately trying? I think they are. And that's good for the entire internet community, because paid search right now is extremely effective, and you just don't want it undermined by click fraud. So there you go. You might put this blog in your RSS feeds if you're tracking RSS feeds, or just check it out every so often. They don't post a tremendous amount, but usually when they post, it's worth reading. So there you go. It's the adwords.blogspot.com blog, and I hope this information has been valuable to you, and happy paid search marketing. All right, this is Sage Lewis from Web Marketing Watch, and happy marketing.
you.